Hello students, in the previous class we had discussed all the types of index numbers. The next topic is test for adequacy of index numbers. There are many formula or method used for construction of index numbers. Among them, the most appropriate in the given situation has to be selected. An index number is considered as more consistent if it satisfies the following tests. There are 4 tests: unit test, time reversal test, factor reversal test and circular test. We'll see what each of this test means. First one is the unit test. This test requires that the index number should be independent of the units in which price or quantity of various commodities are quoted. This test is satisfied by all index number formula discussed above except the simple aggregate price index formula. The next test is the time reversal test. This test was proposed by Professor Irving Fisher. According to him, an index number P suffix 01 should be such that when base year and current year are interchanged, that is P10, the resulting index number should be the reciprocal of the earlier. So, in simple terms, time reversal test requires that the index number computed backward should be the reciprocal of the index number computed forward, except for the constant of proportionality. That is, P10 should be 1 by P01, which is same as P01 into P10 should be 1. Here P10 and P0s are mere ratios, they should not be expressed as percentage. A formula which satisfies time reversal test is said to be time consistent. Time reversal test is not satisfied by Lasperius, Parshas and Dorvish-Bowley's index numbers, but it is satisfied by Marshall-Edgeworth, Fisher's and Kelly's index numbers. We'll see now each of the method. We'll see if the time reversal test is satisfied or not. The first method is Lasperius method. Consider Lasperius price index. That is P01 is summation P1 Q0 divided by summation P0 Q0. Lasperius price index with time reversed, that is interchanging time 0 and 1, is P10, which is summation P0 Q1 divided by summation P1 Q1. According to the time reversal test, we should get price index of P01 into price index of P10 should be 1. So Parshas price index 01 into Parshas price index 10 is nothing but summation P1 Q0 divided by summation P0 Q0 into summation P0 Q1 divided by summation P1 Q1, which is not equal to 1 because the terms don't cancel, they are all different. Thus, Lasperius index number does not satisfy time reversal test. Parshas method considers Parshas price index, that is P per P01 is summation P1 Q1 divided by summation P0 Q1. In Parshas price index, the quantity, the current quantity is taken as weights. Parshas price index with time reversed is P10 will be summation P0 Q0 divided by summation P1 Q0. So according to time reversal test, P01 into P10 should be 1. Here Parshas price index 01 into Parshas price index 10 will be nothing but summation P1 Q1 divided by summation P0 Q1 into summation P0 Q0 divided by summation P1 Q0, which is not equal to 1 because again here the terms are not equal, thus they don't cancel. Hence Parshas index number does not satisfy the time reversal test. The next method, Marshall-Edgeworth method. Consider Marshall-Edgeworth's price index. That is P01 will be summation P1 Q0 plus summation P1 Q1 whole divided by summation P0 Q0 plus summation P0 Q1. Marshall-Edgeworth's price index with time reversed, that is P10 will be summation P0 Q1 plus summation P0 Q0 whole divided by summation P1 Q1 plus summation P1 Q0. According to time reversal test, P01 into P10 should be 1. So we substituted P01 and P10. Here the the numerator of the first term and the denominator of the second term are same, so they cancel each other and we get as 1. Similarly, the denominator of the first term and the numerator of the second term are same, so they cancel each other and we get 1. Thus, Marshall-Edgeworth's index number satisfy the time reversal test. Dorbish-Bowley's method. Consider Dorbish-Bowley's price index, that is half into summation P1 Q0 plus divided by summation P0 Q0 plus summation P1 Q1 divided by summation P0 Q1. Dorbish-Bowley's price index with time reversed is P to the power dB 10 will be half summation P0 Q1 divided by summation P1 Q1 plus summation P0 Q0 divided by summation P1 Q0. According to time reversal test, P01 into P10 should be 1. You substitute it and we see that the denominators are not same. So they don't cancel each other. So they are not equal to 1. Thus Dorbish-Bowley's index number does not satisfy time reversal test. Fisher's method. Consider Fisher's price index. Pf01 is root under summation P1 Q0 divided by summation P0 Q0 into summation P1 Q1 divided by summation P0 Q0. Fisher's price index with time reversed is P to the power f 10 is root under summation P0 Q1 divided by summation P1 Q1 into summation P0 Q0 divided by summation P1 Q0. According to time reversal test, P01 into P10 should be 1. When we substitute it, we see that the numerator and of the first term and the denominator of the second term are same, so they cancel each other. Similarly, the numerator of the first term and denominator of the first term and the numerator of the second term are same, so they cancel each other and we get as 1. Thus, Fisher's index number satisfies the time reversal test. Kelly's method. Consider Kelly's price index. P to the power k01 is summation P1Q divided by summation P0Q. Kelly's price index with time reversed will be P0Q divided by summation P1Q. When according to time reversal test, P01 into P10 should be 1. You substitute it, you see that the numerator and the denominator of the first and the second term cancel each other because they are similar and we get 1. Hence, Kelly's method satisfies time reversal test. The third test is the factor reversal test. This test was also suggested by Professor Irving Fisher. Factor reversal test requires that the product of the price index and quantity index should be equal to the corresponding value index number. It means that the change in price multiplied by the change in quantity should be equal to the total change in the value. According to the factor reversal test, the relation P01 into Q01 should be equal to value 01, V01. This should be satisfied. Where P01 is price index, Q01 is quantity index. V01 is summation P1 Q1 divided by summation P0 Q0, which is equals to V01. The value is nothing but price into quantity, that is value index. The factor reversal test is satisfied only by Fisher ideal index number. Rest methods do not satisfy the factor reversal test. We'll see about this, we'll see how does it don't satisfy and all in the next class. Thank you.